Please be advised of the disclaimers.
Hey, welcome back to my channel everyone. This is Sai with Pinnacle Trading here. Today we're going to do the 5-minute market update. I do this every week, so if you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button and the like button. So let's jump into it. So where markets are at right now. So we see today, that markets closed pretty much sideways. They were up and down. We saw a quick drop at the open. We thought sell-off would continue from yesterday. We saw markets sell off entire day, a quick gap up, and then markets are sideways pretty much to the day. And I'll show you why this is an important pattern looking at the historic data. So basically, let's jump into the overall right now. So the yearly chart, we saw big correction in March. That was mainly due to the COVID hit, and that's when it hit pretty hard and everything came down, things closed down. Markets fell all the way from about all-time highs then from 335, 340, call it, down to about 220, so about 30-40% drop on that one, give or take 30-35% drop overall. And then they already recovered in just a few months after that, and we hit all-time highs right now, and we're looking at another small correction coming up right now to the end of the year. Could follow into a big one, and I'll show you why it can be a medium to a big drop following into next year. So right now we're seeing markets, we see the MACD curl down, we see the RSI come down right here as well, and we also see the MACD histogram curl down here as well. We also see that 50 SMA is not too far away. 350 level is going to be a big area to watch, and I'll explain why in the options tab, why the 350 area is going to be a big key to watch, along with the 360 as a temporary short-term support level, and then 350 as a mid-term level. So looking at this, let's jump into the Pinnacle Fibonacci chart. This is just a regular Fibonacci chart. It's available in the chat room and the education tab for free for you to download and use. So next key support we're going to look at is the 360, because that's where markets have been bouncing off of every single time. And then looking at the Fibonacci, we have support right below 340, right here at 335, and then about 312. So let's use whole dollar support to make this easier. So temporary support, we have it right here at 360, and then midterm support we have about 335, so 340 area, and then we're looking at 310 to 320, and then we have 300 of course. So but for now I would just look at 360, 350, and the 340 area, kind of 1, 2, 3 support levels. And we're not looking at resistance right now because we're looking for markets to come down, but if they do go up, next resistance is going to be at all-time highs, and then 375, 380 every 5, so on. But the downward potential is a lot higher and the risk is a lot higher if you're going long on this. So it's a good time to start thinking about exiting the markets. I'm not a financial advisor in any way, but that's just how the markets are right now. So we want to look for a potential downward play. It looks like a correction has started. And looking at the 9 EMA, I talked about why this is important in one of my videos. We see that the candle opened below the 9 EMA and also closed below. So that's going to be a big key factor for tomorrow. If that can follow through and break through the 364 support of yesterday, 364.43 today, then we're going to see more of a drop down to that 360. So keep that 360 in watch. Why I'm talking about the 360 level is when we get into the trade tab and we look at the options expiration for tomorrow, that's going to be December 11th. So we want to look at the option chain on this, and let's make this a little bit smaller so it's easier to see. We see that 360 puts right here has 89,000 volume. We have huge open interest on that one as well. So that's one of the biggest ones for the open interest because that's a whole dollar support. And then next here we have 130,000, 111,000, and we have a big fight between bulls and bears here. But as the calls go on, they weaken out, and here we have a pretty big solid puts on those at 360. So watch that 360 level for tomorrow. If we do head down there, it looks like markets do want to go down there. End of the year, same thing, we want to look at that as well. 350 support was going to be the big one I'm looking at. Not too much of the 360 so far, but we have a huge one at 350. We have huge block at the 370. We have 380. So we have right here 375, 380. But when we head into January, that's going to be January 421, watch what happens. We see the 360, huge volume, huge open interest again, and let's jump out a little bit more, and then let's look at the call side. What happened? Nothing. So this is only in the 1-2,000s, whereas this is in tens of thousands. So looking for that 360 to break, and then potentially down to that 350 on SPY. So just keep that in mind. Huge open interest on that 350 and the 360 level falling into January. So just keep those levels and watch. So I want to keep that brief. And also I want to show you why it's important when we look at the sideways movement like I talked about before. So when we jump into the 1-year chart and just look at this highlighted section right here. So we see a run up, we see the big guys kind of exiting here, kind of alerting, and it bounced off the 50 SMA, and we see the candles get shorter and shorter. We see this weaken out, open below the 9 EMA, and watch what happens right here. Huge drop in the pre-market and huge drop in the day. We see huge drop right there. You know, it might not be as drastic, but just keep this pattern right here, what I'm highlighting right now. You see this candle right now. Just keep that in mind for tomorrow and the following weeks, that we're opening with the same pattern on that one. And when you see any drop like that before, you know, candles kind of weaken out, candles flatten out, and they drop. So this is just tip of the iceberg and what I teach in the stock market course that I offer. And if you are interested, you know, you can join the chat room for free, and I'll show you what the course covers in a second. So, you know, I called all these alerts out immediately, but I also do these weekly videos. So if you want the latest alerts, latest updates, make sure to join the chat room. Link is in the description, and I'll show you how to join from the website as well. You can join using the YouTube description, or head over to the website, pinnacletrading.us, scroll down, and that's how you can join the chat room for free, clicking that button. And this is a course that I offer. It's mainly stock market education, because I believe education is very important, and then how to get into trading and investing, and some of my secrets to you that I share. So I hope you found this video helpful. So keep that in mind, that we're looking for a pretty big correction coming up into end of the year, falling into next year. So just keep that in mind for any long-term positions. Make sure to tread lightly and keep it safe and stay green. So hope you found this video helpful. Make sure to hit that subscribe and like button, and I'll see you in my next video.